I'm so excited to chat with you because you have a banger of a song out right now. But let's
Thank
get
you.
back to the beginning. How would you describe your sound? Is it sort of pop? Is it electronic? Is it rap? I mean, excuse me, is it R&B or hip hop?
Mhm. Um, my style has evolved over the years. I used to start out as like an Afro fusion artist slash producer. Um, but I tend to just create whatever my spirit kind of leads with. So it could be R&B, it could be pop, it could be fusion, even dance music, Afrobeats, or anything really. So I'll just say it's a mix of everything and anything, you know.
Who are some of the artists and that influenced you when you were growing up?
Ooh, I listen to a lot of dance music, funny enough. Well, that and Afrobeat specifically. So it's EDM. EDM, I listen to a lot of Martin Garrix, David Guetta, Tiesto. Afrobeats, it was more so Wizkid growing up. Yeah, I mean, you have the usual. So you have the Wizkids, the Davidos. Um, Funny enough, Burna Boy, we had Black Magic. There was a bunch of different people who are like indigenous to Nigeria and Africa. But yeah.
And now you have your single Drip out. I'm so fascinated because it's such a sexy song. Where did this concept come from?
Where did this concept come from? I don't know. I know it was like I was at my friend's house, Eiler, who's also a co-producer on the record. We're playing around. There was a bunch of people. Okay, there were a bunch of people around, a bunch of girls, a bunch of guys. It was an interesting day. And I remember he had played me a couple beats. He played me this one at the time, and the beat wasn't like completely done. It was like, him and another producer had kind of put it up together. And there were a couple girls there, and I just kind of went for freestyle. The verses sounded completely different, but the one thing I remember was the chorus, and that kind of like stuck, and it was just drip, drip. I'm not going to go into too much detail as to what I saw, but yeah, so that was it's probably the environment that gave the idea.
I'm sure people have been reaching out to you, telling you how much they love it and that they're maybe even hoping to get it even played more in clubs. What kind of response have you been receiving from your fans?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, like this is like my fastest streaming song so far, so I'm definitely very grateful for that. Yeah. The goal is just to kind of make it bigger, better, kind of get it out there best we possibly can. Yeah.
What's your songwriting process? I think you talked a little bit about it though for Drip, but is there always a songwriting process you have? Is it require you to have music before you can craft a lyric?
Not really. I mean, so because I started out my journey as a producer first, producer and an engineer. Being an artist is like one of the last things I started doing as a creative. And so oftentimes I'll start with an instrumental. It can be a simple chord or a drum line or a bass line or anything. But oftentimes writing music, I just so that I don't end up trying to say the same thing over and over again, which is kind of what happens when you're freestyling. I try to, I could be driving in my car and like I just start, singing a phrase of a chorus or a verse or anything else really. So there's no one way I kind of do it. It could be a beat first, the lyric first, so yeah.
I think you talked a little bit about you had a helping hand with your friend on the production side on this particular track, but when it
Mhm.
comes to your music, how hands-on are you typically when it comes to the production side?
Very. I don't think there's a song I have right now that I haven't touched in general. And that's just even be me being lenient or nice with it. But like everything that has my voice because of as a creative, you kind of imagine things a specific way. And I've been blessed enough to have touched a lot of fields in the industry where I kind of know how things work and how to get it to what I want it to be. So rather than going, hey, I need to tweak this to this thing and design back and forth like 10,000 times, I just be like just send me the file and I tweak it. But most of the time I'm singing like Drip is probably maybe one of two records I've put out that I did not create myself. So a lot of the times it's my creation, and then when I'm collaborating, I just make sure I always have the project file so I can tweak whatever I have to, post that session.
Great. I'm waiting for a video for Drip to come out. Can I twist
Hey,
your arm? Is there one in the works?
there we have visualizers. We have a bunch of visualizers. There's an idea of a video. If it's in the works, I'll keep that for on the wraps for now. But there's an idea of a video. However, we do have a couple of visualizers you can watch right now on my Instagram, I am Captain E, or you
Dun,
can do
dun,
so on
release
my
the tracks, release the visual art.
We'll see. We'll
Do
see.
it, do it, do it.
We'll see.
All right. Reminder to flood your inbox set.
Well, my PA will probably not love you, but hey,
All right. With Drip here and some other singles you've had out recently, are you working on an EP, a full album possibly at the moment?
Um, Not right now, if I'm being honest. I've had a couple projects out in the past. They've done amazing, but right now we're focusing on more singles. Like putting a body at work, it requires a lot, and there's a lot of recording, a little being intentional, and that's fun. And I want to do that soon. But as of right now, at this phase in my career, I just want to put out as many songs as I can. That way, I could also kind of dance around with my sound, and I can be as diverse without having to kind of like constrict myself into like this project, like this theme of this project, or you know. So point is, today it could be an R&B record like Drip. Tomorrow it could very much be EDM or Afro or anything else.
All right. Well, we would love to see some Captain E live performances. Do you have some in the works?
Yes, I do. I'm also a DJ. So I definitely have, there's a collaboration I have with, it's a amazing group of people here called Block Sessions in LA. So I'll be performing there as a DJ. I have some, shows coming up as an artist featuring in some festivals, some shows that's also been in the works. So I'll just say, stay tuned and, definitely subscribe to my website, I am captaine.com, and you kind of get what the gist is from there. But yeah.
Who are some artists you would love to collaborate on with music in the future?
There's a ton. Um, Burna Boy for sure. Burna Boy is definitely top of that list. His sound is amazing. I would say Kanye, just from a production level, like the way he thinks, how he thinks of sounds. I definitely want to just see him kind of go through that phase. So you have like Kanye West, a Martin Garrix for obvious reasons. A Burna Boy. I mean, there's a whole bunch, but I would say like these are like the top of of that like list.
What would you like to say then to everybody who are fans and supporters of the incredible music you continue to make, Captain E?
Yeah, I mean, basically, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay tuned. There's a lot to kind of come out of it. We've been doing this for a long time, and I have other amazing songs. Something with to the amount that people have loved. That's actually my highest streaming song yet. Um, and there's these visuals we're trying to shoot, and there's always a lot we're trying to put out, just from like my own camp. And I'll say, stay locked in. Thank you guys for supporting, and for the people who are just now discovering me, thank you. I hope you guys love what you're hearing, and you're here to stay. So yeah.